NBC starting at 8. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Watch NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt or listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Crying?
I'm so emotional. It went into freaking superstar land. Did we have a moment? I was shaking what my mama gave me for you.
Wisconsin. Are we better off under Tony Evers? Our cost of living has skyrocketed. Evers has proposed painful tax increases and tried to raise the gas tax by 20%. Wisconsin is also less safe because Evers' parole board released hundreds of murderers and rapists early. Victims' families weren't even notified, and many of those criminals committed crimes again. Wisconsin. Tony Evers has failed. It's time for him to go.
You can stretch your family food budget. Call the Family Food Helpline.
Think crime is bad now? Mandela Barnes would make it worse. Barnes would eliminate cash bail even after the Waukesha Christmas parade attack, supports amnesty and sanctuary cities for illegals, and had worked for a radical group that wants to defund the police. Barnes has a long record of smearing police while spending your tax dollars on security for himself. Mandela Barnes, wrong on crime, dangerous for Wisconsin. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It was Halloween. My daughter stopped at 3 homes, her girlfriend's house, her teacher's house, and the man that murdered her. He molested her and he put her in a garbage bag. He was going to be released in 2018. Josh Call, he was not there for me at all. You want some help to find out what's going on, and he doesn't help. He don't care about the victims. I know Eric Toney does. Eric Toney helped keep that man that murdered my daughter from being released. Eric Toney's always been there for me, and that's the kind of attorney general we need.
Straight ahead, a new display combines nature and reading. We'll hear how it could inspire kids.
Plus, a new Wisconsin lawsuit before tomorrow's election. We'll break down controversy around military ballots.
And there's a potential investment strategy to beat inflation. We'll have a look at the Treasury Department's new rate for bonds as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. And we're joined here today by Matt Weaver. Matt, you stopped at Tomahawk Elementary School today. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I did, Jessica. Tomahawk Elementary students now have a new way to combine nature and reading. It's called the Story Walk, and it was installed at the elementary school playground.
What we hope to instill in kids is just a love of books.
Tomahawk Elementary students have a new opportunity this school year.
You take 2 copies of a book and break them down and break them apart and lay them out in sections, page by page. And usually they're along some kind of nature trail so that it promotes reading and outdoor adventure.
The Story Walk, as it's called, was planted by Paula Norman of the Tomahawk School District.
When I saw the kids come out at recess the other day and asked me what I was doing when I was changing out the display, I knew that this was the right project.
During recess, students are able to walk along the 20 panels and practice their reading skills.
Some of them don't always like to have recess, so I wanted to have another opportunity for kids to do something during recess.
A $6,000 donation from the Herb Cole Foundation made it possible.
In a safe environment that would get used by the community as well, I thought it would be a perfect project.
Stories will continue to rotate on a monthly basis, all to keep education exciting.
It's just a nice location, and anytime you can tie reading and literacy and equate it to being fun, that's what it's about.
In Tomahawk, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
Well, thank you, Matt. Now it's time for Jeff Weller. Jeff, it certainly feels like November today.
Let's talk about the 4:37 sunset, though. What a change that is, right? But today, temperatures in the 40s. Tomorrow, same story, followed by a big cool down there in the week. Let's go outside now to Minocqua, where it's dark outside, as you know. The sun set earlier. Here is downtown Minocqua. I think maybe Minocqua is right there. There it is. There's Minocqua. All right, so quiet out there now, but temperatures are hanging out in the 30s. And and we kind of had below average temperatures across our region today. Average high about 43. Most of us did not do that. 35 in Rhinelander, 35 for Indigo. The thermometer in Eagle River is still broken, by the way. But overall, looking pretty good. But here's the real cold stuff. It's up here still, but it's way up there still, right? In the meantime, it's going to get warmer for us tomorrow, mid-40s, followed by the return of possible 60-degree temperatures on Wednesday for like one day only as a cold front is on the way. Lots of clouds out there now. There's some warm air advection across our area. It will not rain or snow tonight, but there is a system over here, and that is moving our way, all of it. Likely rain showers tomorrow night through the day on Wednesday into Thursday, ending as some snow on Friday. Our forecast then tonight, though, looking at mostly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 28. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Jeff. Last week, a Milwaukee election worker was fired for illegally sending 3 military absentee ballots to a Republican legislator. Now the Republican chair of the Assembly's Elections Committee have filed the lawsuit, so clerks have to set aside military ballots. Representative Janelle Brantgen filed the lawsuit on Friday. The lawsuit seeks a temporary injunction requiring election officials in Wisconsin to set aside military ballots so their authenticity can be verified. Military ballots comprise a tiny fraction of all ballots cast in the state, usually representing less than 1/10%.
Today, Russian officials denied allegations that an elite Marine unit suffered catastrophic losses in eastern Ukraine. That information comes from a letter supposedly sent from a member of that unit to a Russian governor. The letter details an attack on the town of Pavlovka in eastern Ukraine that left 300 Russians dead, wounded, or missing. The letter and the responses to it are the latest signs of unrest among Russian soldiers as morale plummets. An ongoing Ukrainian counteroffensive has recaptured towns and threatens to take the key city of Kherson.
Nicolay College is displaying a new art exhibition on its campus called Essay and Portraits, and it's probably much different from what people are used to seeing. Instead of paintings or sculptures, words are displayed on canvas. This art is called conceptual art, which emphasizes ideas rather than traditional styles. Artist Ken Jawan says even simple words can be powerful.
So I'm really, more interested in the idea and the topic than I am in the visual form. And so it really lends itself to use words, to convey idea and to emphasize the idea.
More than 18 different pieces are displayed in the gallery, and even more are spread across the campus.
It's no longer tucked away in my studio, waiting for friends to come by. It opens it up to the whole community to see and to share with.
This free art exhibition will be available to the public until November 23rd. For more information on the hours, you can visit our website, WJFW.com.
A new sculpture at a park near Stevens Point honors the area's longtime ties to indigenous people. It's called the Sustainers and represents the 3 sisters of corn, beans, and squash, which are grown together in indigenous agricultural techniques. They're also important for Oneida people, which includes the artist for this piece, Mark Fisher. It took him 3 months to complete it and is made of copper. The project was funded through Create Portage County with the Portage County Parks Commission. The sculpture is in Lake Emily Park and is nearby several prehistoric dance rings and burial mounds. One guaranteed way to beat inflation is growing in popularity, so much that demand actually crashed a government website. And now the Treasury Department has issued a new rate for Series 1 bonds.
Meaning you can still get a great return on those inflation-protected bonds, but should you consider them? In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan explains what experts say about this type of investment, including 3 possible downsides.
A silver lining for investors amid historic inflation? Series 1 savings bonds.
But there are people in the economy who aren't doing well. They're actually profiting from this.
Experts say the interest rates that you earn are fantastic due to the Federal Reserve's repeated moves to cool the economy and lower inflation. Analysts say demand has gone up tremendously because the I-bond is protected from inflation and it offers a safe return.
So if you want to put some money into a fixed income asset that is inflation protected, I-bonds might be a great strategy for you.
The Treasury Department has announced a new rate, saying it will pay 6.89% through April of next year. That's down from the bond's previously historic high of 9.62 rate. which caused demand to explode last month, briefly causing the Treasury website to crash.
The Treasury said from November of 2021 till October 28th, when the deadline for that 9.62% rate expired, $35 billion in money flowed into I-bonds. So that's people with money.
Experts say if you decide to invest in these bonds, here are some possible downsides that you should consider. 1, you can't cash it out for at least 1 year. 2, it takes 5 years to get the total amount of interest. 3, the incentive might be short-lived because the rate could come down as the Fed continues to take action. And experts remind you to invest wisely.
So I like to tell folks, don't invest any money that you don't need for at least 10 years.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
An Eagle River business is getting a facelift.
We'll explain how one store will pop with its new upgrades. That's after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Child killers, murderers, rapists. Hundreds released early by Tony Evers' parole commission. And they're not even telling victims' families.
Governor Evers, everyone in Wisconsin is less safe because of you.
Under Tony Evers and Joe Biden, it's been bad, but it's gonna get much worse because winter is coming. That's right. Reports are saying natural gas heating bills are going up by 28%. Inflation has already caused pain at the pump, grocery checkouts, on rent. But this fall, there's still time to stop the winter pain by voting no on Tony Evers before he makes it even worse, if that's possible.
Shifty Katrina Shankland. Up here, Shankland says what we want to hear. But down in Madison, voted against the largest tax cut in state history for seniors, families, and small businesses. Voted against funding for local roads and schools. Why? Because for $200,000 from party bosses in Madison, Shifty Shankland works for them, not us. Portage County Scott Soik, a business owner, Marine, and political outsider who puts us first, not Madison politicians. Scott Soik for Assembly.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Think crime is bad now? Mandela Barnes would make it worse. Barnes would eliminate cash bail even after the Waukesha Christmas parade attack, supports amnesty and sanctuary cities for illegals, and had worked for a radical group that wants to defund the police. Barnes has a long record of smearing police while spending your tax dollars on security for himself. Mandela Barnes, wrong on crime, dangerous for Wisconsin. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Child killers, murderers, rapists. Hundreds released early by Tony Evers' parole commission. And they're not even telling victims' families.
Governor Evers, everyone in Wisconsin is less safe because of you.
Brought to you by Lockview Desert Health Center, Eagle River, and Waters Meat.
All right, seatbelts on. It's going to be a bumpy week around here with up and down temperatures and some rain changing over to some snow on Friday and then a really cold weekend on the way with highs only in the 20s. Ready for that? This is what a typical La Nina weather pattern looks like. This could be our winter, by the way. Colder than average temperatures and wetter than average. And look at it right now. So here's a jet stream, right, in a normal La Nina pattern. And look how it's setting up currently. This is it, right? That big trough in the west, a ridge in the east. This is a very active storm track, and that's going to give us another system. After 2 inches of rain this weekend, we'll get more rain late tomorrow night through Wednesday, through Thursday, ending as some snow showers in here on Friday. Speaking of snow showers, the storm we're getting on Friday is over the west right now, and this is Mount Rainier, where it's currently snowing. That's the snow, or at least part of it, that we're going to get this weekend. All right, here it is now, that big system. Lots going on here, and again, this thing is all wound up in the atmosphere. A lot lots of energy going on. It's all shifting to the east. So tomorrow we're all good, but tomorrow night, increase in clouds and likely some rain showers back in the forecast late tomorrow night, and then off and on through Wednesday and Thursday. And that rain's going to begin to add up as well. Out there right now, though, lots of cloud cover. This is Virga precipitation. The radar sees it up there, but it's not hitting the ground, nor will it tonight. This air is still way too dry around here. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, lots of cloud cover. Tomorrow night, looking at some rain showers back off to the west of us. And then throughout the day on Wednesday, scattered rain showers across pretty much the entire area. Same thing for Thursday. Here comes that front late Thursday. That's that front right there. And behind it, we're going to really drop temperatures off. And then look, on Friday, some snow showers back in the forecast Friday, ending as some lake effect snow showers on Saturday. So here we go. It's going to be a cool weekend and some snow showers are on the way. Now, it's not going to be the big one, but there is going to be lots of moisture in the system again. And that could give us a 1 to 2 inch rainfall across parts of Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin again, beginning late tomorrow night into early parts of Friday. So overall, we could use the rain, and definitely some more rainfall is on the way. It will be partly snow, though, part of it, on Friday. And the snowfall looks like this. A 1 to 2 inch snowfall probably north of Highway 8. More as you go north. Go Gibbet Range there could see 4, 5, 6 inches of lake effect snow in there as well. Okay, so temperature-wise today, this is a bit below average. 35 here in Rhinelander, 35 also for Antigo, 42 for Green Bay. So pretty much 30s to low 40s across the area today. We're not going to stay there, though. Tomorrow, 46, up near 60 on Wednesday, followed by a sharp decline. These are high temperatures in the 20s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Our forecast tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 28. For tomorrow, it's Tuesday already. Lots of clouds, increasingly breezy tomorrow, with high temperatures back up in the mid-40s or so. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows a quiet day tomorrow. We get wet on Wednesday, showers and a couple of storms out there. Just some rain showers on Thursday. Friday, a rain-snow mix as temperatures drop, and a cold weekend with temperatures in the 20s. Jessica and Dan.
Thanks, Jeff. 3 Wisconsin businesses have been named the winners of the Main Street Makeover Contest.
This includes Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs of Eagle River. They're receiving a $5,000 grant from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. Co-owner Pam Gleich says that while they're thrilled they won the award, they're even more excited for the opportunities that it may bring for the Eagle River community.
Yeah, everybody works together as a community, and we're hoping that, drawing more attention to Eagle River is a good thing. So people will come and visit. So maybe they're interested in seeing what's happening at our store, but they'll also support all of the local businesses in the area and shop from all of them.
Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs will use the money to improve curb appeal and storefront visibility. They'll also get personalized technical assistance to help the shop partner with area organizations for fundraising programs.
A historic ski hill in Langlade County is preparing for this season, including some additions to their terrain park. Kettle Bowl Ski Hill near Antigo is entirely run by volunteers, and some of those volunteers are working on upgrading the terrain park with some new features. The normal hours for Kettle Bowl are noon to 4 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Of course, they'll need to get some snow first.
Researchers found that feline fondness, or getting along with cats, is linked to a certain personality trait. Psychologist Patricia Pendry and her co-author called the trait emotionality. Pendry describes that word as people that experience strong emotions and react strongly to a feeling or an experience. In their study, those people were more likely to report being open to cats. The Packers were looking for a bounce-back win yesterday.
Of course, that did not happen. We'll hear from a frustrated Aaron Rodgers after the break.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
You've heard what women say about working at Tim Michaels' company, that they were groped.
A male superior groped the crotch and inner thigh of a female employee.
And pressured to have sex with their bosses. And now we know more. According to an attorney involved in the case, when the only woman on a Michaels road crew was sexually harassed on the job, the company did not take it seriously. From the top down. From the top down. If that's how Tim Michaels runs his company, how do you think he'd run the state?
I'm Eileen Daniel, and for many, the Northwoods is a place for recreation. But for me and my family, it's been home for 18 years. It's where we, like you, spend every day working, playing, and supporting our community. I'm honored to have been elected to the Rhinelander City Council, where we've been making a lot of good things happen. I've served on the board of our local homeless shelter and continue to volunteer for them whenever I can. I look forward to my next opportunity to serve Oneida and Vilas counties as your next Wisconsin Assembly person. Together, we can build a stronger Wisconsin and a better Northwoods.
The governor's basic responsibility is to keep us safe, strong, and thriving.
We all know that's not happening.
Tim Michaels, a new direction for Wisconsin.
This election is about what a governor's gonna do. I'm gonna put more money in the pockets of the hardworking families of Wisconsin. We're gonna have safer communities, and we're gonna have better schools. That's what I'm gonna do as your governor.
I'm Tim Michaels. If you're ready for a new direction, hop in. Tim Michaels for governor.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza today at papamurphys.com.
News Watch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
Halfway through the Packers game yesterday, I started thinking about Green Bay's draft position. Now, that hasn't happened this early in the season in years, but this season seems to be going nowhere fast. The Packers lost to the Lions yesterday, 15-9. Aaron Rodgers threw an uncharacteristic 3 interceptions on another pedestrian performance from the 4-time MVP. After the game, he said he's frustrated, but his team is not out.
Luckily, it's not over. There's still a lot of games left. We'll be counted out, probably by many, and we'll see how we respond.
In case you were wondering, Green Bay would be drafting 9th if the season were to end today. That being said, the Packers are just a game and a half back from the final wildcard spot right now. It will be an uphill battle, though, with the team's latest slew of injuries. Top D lineman Rashawn Gary tore his ACL, which means he will be out for the season. Emerging wideout Romeo Doubs suffered a high ankle sprain. He's expected back in about 4 to 6 weeks. Aaron Jones was spotted in a walking boot on Sunday, but he should be able to play this week after an MRI didn't show any major damage to his ankle. We'll be back with something a little more positive, plus a final look at your weather.
Black Friday deals all month long during our huge Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible prices, plus get 30% off on top of that store-wide. And don't forget, mattress shopping is easy, fast, and comfortable at Slumberland Furniture.
Radical Tim Michaels is extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
And at his company, the culture comes from the top. Multiple court filings say women were sexually assaulted, harassed, and pressured to have sex with their bosses.
If she refused demands for sex, she would be blackballed from working on a pipeline job.
Higher-ups dismissed the women as liars and fired those who spoke out.
I don't care who I offend.
That's how Tim Michaels runs his company. Don't let him run our state.
I see your hard work, everything you do to try to make it. But people continue to be left behind. I'm running for Senate to put more money in your pocket. Ron Johnson's had 12 years to make things better, but costs are still rising, and all he's managed to do is write a tax cut for himself. I believe better is possible. I believe hard work can pay off, and I'll never stop fighting until it does. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
See the exceptional selection of jewelry at Golden Carat Jewelers. Artistic handmade jewelry by Michu and Bella Trois. Fashion-forward designs by Mira T. and Frederick Sage. The latest trends and the forever classics from Facet Barcelona, Catan, and more. your full-service jewelry store in downtown Minocqua. Golden Carrot Jewelers has a surprise for everyone.
Americans struggling to pay their bills. Yet Mandela Barnes supports a tax increase on working families. How could he? Barnes also supported hiring an army of 87,000 new IRS agents unleashed on families just like yours. That's terrifying. Mandela Barnes, higher taxes and IRS audits for you, unpaid taxes for him. Remember that on Election Day. Wisconsin Truth Bank is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Looking at mattresses?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable. That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Right now, get 30% off select mattresses, like this Sealy Posturepedic mattress for $5.99. Slumberland, mattress shopping reinvented.
At Eagle Floor Covering in Eagle River, we have a knowledgeable staff, competitive pricing, and free estimates. Browse our selection of carpet, vinyl, wood, and tile for your next home project.
So we have a big day tomorrow, midterm elections. Everyone go cast your ballot. But I just wanted a moment of calm before this start. Okay? So I have some video. I found this. This is from a photojournalist in Shorewood, Wisconsin. Just take a breath and stop talking. Excuse me.
It's so relaxing, so peaceful.
Cody Berquist took these photos, so thank you for him. Just think of this tomorrow, and we'll all get through this together.
I love this. This is fun. Okay, so for us, temperature-wise, good day tomorrow, right? Nice temperatures tomorrow, back in the 40s. Let's go outside now if we can. We're in the 30s now, of lows down near 30-ish tonight. Some clouds are increasing, but although it looks like we have snow on here, we don't. That's Virga up in the clouds. Our next system, though, gets in here tomorrow evening, like late, after we're done casting our ballots tomorrow, after sunset for sure, with some rain that's going to linger through Wednesday into Thursday and end as some snow showers on Friday. And look at the weekend temperatures in the 20s.
Well, I'm glad when people will be voting tomorrow, it'll be nice. But after that,
we're all in on cold temperatures then.
Thank you, Jeff. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10.
Thanks, Doc.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
Okay, you've got your main course, you made a salad, and you've just realized you forgot your side dish. No worries, because we've got an easy